Hi.
You're
watching Machinima.
Spark!
What? EGX REZZED with Nic Makin and Making Games.
Yep.
So we're here with Raging Justice. So I've heard a lot about this game. I've had like 4 or 5 people tell me to come play this. So you kind of pull a lot of inspiration from Streets of Rage, maybe?
Yeah,
a lot of different things.
For me, like my formative years were at the kind of like late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, yeah,
when the arcade was king.
Mm-hmm.
The arcade was the place to be.
That was the best of times, weren't they?
Oh yeah. And for me, the pinnacle of the games at the arcade was the scroll and beat 'em up.
Right.
It was games like Final Fight, Vendetta, and on the home consoles, Streets of Rage. These were kind of my ideal games as a kid. And we just wanted to bring forward that kind of gameplay.
Yeah, of course.
There've been plenty of new games that are kind of beat 'em ups.
That are like beat 'em ups, yeah.
Yeah, but they've changed. They've become games such as
they use like a lot of swords and magic now.
They've either got swords and magic or like Castle Crashers, or they've gone 3D like Bayonetta.
Right.
You could argue that Bayonetta is a scroll and beat 'em up. Really.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, actually it is.
But yeah, we wanted to make more of a much more nostalgic feel.
Like bare bone, back to the roots.
Yeah, make it feel like those games felt. But in some ways, make it nostalgic, so it feels like how you remember those games felt, rather than how they actually feel now.
Yeah, and it totally has that feel because it's very like animated in that way, and it's very. It just feels like an old game, but it's not.
I know. Artistically, we went very much for a style that evoked that era as well. So they are pre-rendered sprites, so it's sprite-based. So it's like they used to make them. But rather than going for a retro pixel art look, we've gone for a pre-rendered full HD graphics.
Yeah.
Just to make it look stand out a bit, because there are a lot of pixel art done well already. And to have that kind of modern feel to it too, so it looks great on your HD screen.
Yeah. So, if you had to pick one character from your game, who would be your favorite?
Favorite character?
You seem to have a lot of brawlers here, so
there's quite a few cool characters. I mean, I love our main character here, Rick. Yeah, because he's just got a styling that reminds me of some of my favorite cheesy action films.
Yes,
You know, I could imagine like Steven Seagal playing a role just like him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love Seagal movies. I think they're great.
They're pretty horrible.
They've gone so far in one direction that they've almost come back to be good again.
I think he's doing like sci-fi films now.
Xbox One, we're going to launch on Xbox One and follow on with like PC, Steam, mobile even. Other consoles as well. Basically, I want the game to be available
everywhere. Yes. Okay.
If someone wants to play my game, I want
available
to play
everywhere.
The plan is later this year.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to commit to a deadline because I have a day job, so I'm one of these part-time indies. I have a family. I have all these things that get in the way of my game, which is my passion.
Yeah.
This is the thing I love to do. I want to get it finished as soon as possible. I want to get it out there and have to play it as soon as possible.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tabletop Racing, man, I am excited for this game. Really excited. I'm loving the tunes.
It is, it's good.
It's making me pumped. You are the creator of Wipeout as well.
I was a co-creator of the original Wipeout back in PlayStation launch days,
Amazing. Introduce yourself, sir, to the audience.
Hi, my name's Nic Burcombe and I'm the game director and CEO of Playwrights Digital, and we're making Tabletop Racing World Tour that's launching on PS4, coming to Steam and Xbox after that.
All right, awesome. It's I'm feeling like a Micro Machines / Wipeout vibe for this, because it's miniature races on giant backgrounds. What was the inspiration? What made you go in this direction?
I love my combat races. Since Mario Kart on the SNES, this has always been one of my favourite genres of racing game. And so we've with my history in Wipeout as well, and you know, I've done quite a few racing games over the time.
Yeah.
And then when in 2013, 3 of us got together and we decided we want to make something cost effective but for mobile, and we said, look, no one's doing anything in the micro machines kind of area where you know, miniature races, cool environments. Of course we did tabletop racing on iOS first,
Yep.
and then on Android, and that's since gone on to do about 10 million downloads. It's done very, very well. We had a whole kind of bunch of ideas that we wanted to do with the track design and dynamic environments, 8-player, multiplayer, and all those things couldn't really be done on the mobile devices, so we went and told Sony what we wanted to do, and they were totally up for it.
Is this going to be a Sony exclusive, or of us at the PC Master Race going to be able to play this as well?
No, PC Master Race will be after this, and then and Xbox as well. This will be my first multi-platform launch title for players.
Oh, good luck, man.
Yeah,
I'm really happy for you. It's great. Right, enough talk. Let's get some hands on.
All right, let's go.
Let's do this shit!
This car's quite understeer. It's like an American street racer car, so it's quite. It's good on the straights. It's not so good in the corners, so you just have to be a bit careful with it. At the moment, you're carrying a turbo, but try and use them on the straights more than the corners. Oops. I'll get you going again. That's all right. It's all right. That's probably why you hit the outside bit, but. So yeah, we've got it's 60 hertz, and we're trying to retain 60 hertz, which is why we haven't initially launched with split screen. We've gone for 8-player network play instead. But yeah, you know, we've got quite a lot of content in there for a team of 7 to make. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 5 circuits in the initial pack, and each circuit has got 4 different routes on it. They get increasingly more complex.
Okay.
There's 12 cars in there, all of which can be fully tuned and upgraded. Oh, I think he just pushed you off there. And so, yeah, there's an awful lot of content in there. There's a lot of races as well. I think the whole game is over 100 races across the championships and across the special events as well.
That's cool. Would you guys be up for coming down and
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Anytime you want, mate.
Well, it's good here, guys. We're going to have these guys on the show. They're going to come down, bring the game. We're going to have a laugh in the studio and tear each other apart.
We'll talk you through the whole game and the levels of depth on it. The level design has been an enormous amount of fun. I hope you guys love it.
Nick,
cheers, man. Oh,
thank you very much.
One. Cheers.
Greedy with the mics as well. This has been Tabletop Racing. Oh, very quickly, where can people check this out?
You'll be able to get it in May on PS4 first, and it'll be coming to Steam and Xbox sometime in the future.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, man. Cheers.
Hi there, my name's Rich. I'm a designer here on Total War Warhammer.
Awesome. Rich, we spoke to you last year at EGX in Birmingham.
That's the place.
It was a very, very busy, fantastical convention. We got to play as the dwarfs.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun. What additions have you made to the game since last September? What can we get excited about?
Well, you can certainly get excited about vampire counts, which we're allowing you guys to play here today.
Vampires?
Yeah, and hopefully you've heard a little bit about them. I mean, they're very different from our other races.
Right.
You are literally raising the dead out of the ground.
Nice.
Whether that's in the campaign or in the battlefield, you know, zombies coming out, and skeletons.
Yeah.
We've got some big old nasty beasties like the Vargulf, which is a giant werewolf, which you know will go and smash down gates, and you know, it kind of gives those guys a different way of sieging castles, because that's also something that we've shown off as well recently.
There's such a contrast between the different races. I mean, playing last year as the dwarven contingent, and then now playing as vampires, and you've got goblins in there as well, and there's so many there's so many different styles of races, and they've got such a different play style, haven't they? So.
Oh, very much so. I mean, Greenskins are a great example where they've got like many sort of sub-factions within themselves. So you've got orcs, you've got goblins, but then you've got the more standard orcs that we all know about, but you've got savage orcs, which are, you know, the guys running around loincloths, you know, they're frenzied, they're causing all sorts of, you know.
Check them out in the Warhammer Canada this year with their loincloths.
That's it.
You imagine it, be good.
And then you've got forest goblins, night goblins, you know, in that area. So yeah, it's really deep. And And likewise, with the vampire counts, you've got your sort of, for a better word, more like living the living creatures like your ghouls and so on. And then obviously you got and zombies, and then you've got your skeletons, and you've got your hex wraiths and
So what sort of play style would you say the vampires are? Are they more like Berserker, like the Greenskins? Are you running at everything head first, or is it more of a tactical way of looking at it?
Well, they got some interesting units, right? They got the Fellbats and the zombies, which are essentially units which you want to get into some of the better quality troops on the opposition and sort of stop them, slow them down, and then you'll use your magic, which you've got quite a good array of. The Black Coach, for example. That thing's got a number of abilities and magical things that it can do. And Manfred, right? He's a dual wielding legendary lord. Nobody else has got that. So he's got vampiric spells, right, and death spells. So you can imagine, as well.
But like, are we talking about really over the top, massive swords? Is that what we're after?
Yeah, he's got his sword and his kind of how would you call it? It's sort of like a scythe, kind of a hooked weapon as well.
So he likes to impale people with it or slice people's heads off.
He's, like very much slow and in there and turning it. So yeah, he's a nasty
bastard. That's what we like. This is what we like to see in Warhammer. Loads and loads of nasty bastards duking it out on a battlefield. It's exciting stuff, man. Totally. So what we're looking at for release times? You said it's very close now, isn't it?
We're getting very close. We're now the 24th of May. So, it's only next month, and so we're frantically working our little fingers off at the moment, and trying to do all the bits we can just to really scrub it up and polish it so that it's everything that you guys want it to be.
I remember you saying as well that you listen very much so to your audience. So if people sending ideas or they're saying that maybe this need to be rebalanced, you take that on board and actually put it into the game.
We do. If you guys don't say anything, then we can't really act on it. So we do appreciate that people give feedback. Whether not everything is going to obviously make it into the game, and we have to pick and choose things accordingly with the time that we have. But yes, please, keep saying, tell us about who it is that you want to see next, and your favourite legendary lords and all the rest of it. We're all fans like you, so that's really cool.
All right, awesome. So guys, if you are a fan of Warhammer, I'm guaranteeing this, you're going to have a blast playing this game. I'm now going to go try out the vampires because this is obviously going to blow my mind. If you guys want to see more about Warhammer, you can go to www.totalwar.com, as you can see behind us. You can also catch them on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch as well, all Total War. So you can find you quite easily.
We've got loads of stuff.
You're everywhere, man.
Check us out on Facebook. We've got something new pretty much every day.
Cool.
Whether it's art or videos, cool stuff.
Nice. And hopefully, not saying we will, but we'll have a run through of Total War at some point on the channel. So please check it out. Obviously with my very satirical take on it, but being Warhammer, I think I'm just going to be fanboying most of the time, so legit. Thanks, Rich. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good catching up with you again.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And we'll see you later on in the year, hopefully.
Will do. Cool.
Signing off.
What's the funniest one? World's most average worker. Dan, does that suit me?
Yeah, well, world's most shit worker, more like.
Serious business, that's what Clark's all about.